My name is Ken Linscott and I'm the Product Director for Domains and Security here at CSC. So recently we've seen a number of reports and articles from industry experts in relation to the DNS hijacking cases that we're seeing on a global scale. And although DNS hijacking isn't new, we're now seeing a number of governments, including the US, UK and France, and ICANN, the governing body of the internet, voicing concern over this growing threat and providing directives and best practices to help us mitigate. We're in a situation now that as a business, if we're not adopting these best practices, we're leaving ourselves open and vulnerable to attack. So what is DNS hijacking? Well, very simply, DNS hijacking is an instance where there's an unauthorized change to the authoritative DNS on which your domain sits, or there is an unauthorized change to the zone file within that DNS. And what this means is that the attacker or the cyber criminal controls the content that is served up to a visitor to that site, and they can affect any of the other services that are supporting or being supported by that domain or DNS. Things like email, voice over IP, VPN access. For the cyber criminal, it means that they can serve up fake content to your customers and your staff. They can use this fake content to then steal usernames and credentials. They're looking to access your systems and get to data. It's a GDPR concern. And they can also use subdomains to launch more effective phishing attacks against both your customers and your staff. So here at CSC, we have 4 pieces of advice for our customers. Firstly, it's essential that you understand your business critical domain names. And when you have that list, that you employ some of the advanced security features that are available from the registries. And here we're talking about Registry Lock. And Registry Lock will stop the automated change of your DNS records. And this is important obviously for those sort of unauthorized requests that may happen if there's unauthorized access to your portal. The second recommendation is that this list of your business critical domains is not going to stay static. It's going to evolve with your business, and therefore you need a mechanism in place on a daily basis to identify what are your business critical domains for your business. Thirdly, you need to secure the access to your domain and DNS management portal. And this is done more easily if you've consolidated with one provider, but you need to be thinking about 2-factor authentication, you need to be checking access and permissions and who has access. And where possible, if you have a single sign-on environment within your business, find a provider that can provide federated identity into that single sign-on environment. Finally, you need to think very carefully about who you partner with in regard to domains and DNS. Choose an enterprise class provider. Choose a company who has invested heavily in both their infrastructure and their staff, and educating their staff as to the risks of social engineering and phishing. If there's anything in this video that has piqued your interest and you're concerned about the way in which you might be managing domains or DNS, please feel free to visit cscdigitalbrand.services, request a consultation. We'd be happy to help.